Now we'll check what are the possible courses of action and what is the possible demand. So for each possible demand, for each possible course of action, what would have been the profit we'll calculate. So here we have possible demand. As that was given in the problem, the demand varies from 7 boxes to 10 boxes. So the possible courses of action, what it indicates is the vendor can choose to keep a stock of, the vendor can choose to stock 7 boxes, or he can choose to stock 8 boxes, similarly 9 boxes, and then 10 boxes. So these are the possible course of action. And now we will examine if there is a demand of 7 boxes, what would have been the profit. On each box we have 50 rupees, 7 boxes demand and 7 boxes he has sold. 7 into 50, 350 rupees is the profit. But here what happened, the next possible course of action was 8 boxes. He could sell only 7 boxes. That means 1 box is lost. So out of 7 boxes he has got 350 rupees as profit and 50 rupees is lost because they are perishable. 1 box he could not sell and that was a loss for which he has paid 50 rupees. So 350 minus 50 is 300 rupees. Here similarly 2 boxes are wasted. Out of 350, 100 is lost. Then the vendor will get a profit of 250 rupees. Similarly here 150 is lost out of 350 and 200 is the profit. Now we will examine for if 8 boxes have been stored. If 8 boxes have been stocked, if the demand is 7 boxes, so he could sell, if demand is 8 boxes and he has stocked only 7 boxes, he can sell only 7 boxes. So he will have a profit of 350. 1 box he could not meet the demand. Here 8 boxes are stocked, 8 boxes are sold, 8 into 50, 400. But here what happens, 9 boxes are brought, only 8 boxes are being sold. So 400 he has got a profit, 1 box is lost, so there is a loss of 50 rupees. So then it becomes 350 rupees. Then here what happens, 8 boxes are sold, 400 has come, 100 rupees is lost, and so 400 minus 100 is 300. Now the possible demand we will check. There might be 9 boxes demand for. So here also 350, because in spite of demand being 9 boxes, since the vendor has brought only 7 boxes, he could sell only 7. 2 boxes are lost opportunity, but however there is no loss out of that. So here 8 boxes means 400 rupees is the profit, because 1 box was not available, he could not sell. Here it is 450 rupees. 9 boxes brought, 9 boxes sold. So 9 into 50. Here 400, because the vendor brought 10 boxes, 1 box is wasted. So that is a loss. Out of 450 minus 50. So then let us see if the demand is 10 boxes, what would be the profit. 7 boxes are brought, 7 into 50, 350, 8 boxes are brought and 8 are sold, 400, 9 brought, 9 are sold, 450, 10 are brought, 10 are sold, 500 is profit. So after this, what we will see is expected profit in case expected profit in case 7 boxes are stocked. This, when we are saying this is the average profit we are saying. So we'll calculate like this. The demand is 7 boxes, 8 boxes, 9 boxes, 10 boxes. Then the profit here what we'll write is 350. Demand is there, but he is only stocking this 7 boxes only. Here 7 boxes only is stocking, so our 7 boxes are stocked. Okay. So here 350, here also 350. Though demand is 8 boxes, he has brought only 7 boxes which he could sell. So he has got 350 as profit, and then we'll check with probability. What is the probability of demand? That is 0.10, then 0.30, then 0.45, then 0.15. So the profit here is expected profit, or profit we can say, expected profit. Expected profit is here 0.10 into 350, that is 35 rupees, and 0.30 into 350 is 105, and similarly 0.45 into 350, it is 157.5, and here it is 0.15 into 350, which will give us 52.5. The total would be 350. What this indicates 350 is, this is the average profit the vendor will get if he chooses to select 7 boxes each day. So similarly we will examine for if he chooses to stock 8 boxes, and if he chooses to select to stock 9 boxes, and similarly for 10 boxes we will try to see. We'll find out that, and then we'll see which one would fetch him the highest profit.